Hello, good morning. Some beautiful amethyst. And if you would like a message from Spirit, please say hello. Let me know you're here. And I'm using my Heaven Faith Tarot deck this morning for some messages. Hello, Shagufa. In how many hours will you get a call for job confirmation? That would be a question. All questions are done on a donation basis. Hello, Alina. But what I will do is give you a free message from Spirit. And who knows, Spirit may address your question. I'll be interested in seeing if we pull a card for you in the suit of Pentacles. Pentacles would refer to jobs. So let's see what Spirit has for you. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Shagufa? I hope I'm saying that correctly. What message do you have for Shagufa this morning? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Shagufa? What message do you have for Shagufa? And we have Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles. So we are in the Pentacle suit. Give to others wholeheartedly before you expect to receive the same yourself. The Six of Pentacles is a card that can show up for many different situations, including inheritance. It can show up, though, when you're in need of money, and it can show up when you're actually going to be getting some money. Sixes refer to perseverance. So, Shagufa, oh, I'm sorry, Shagufa, I have a Facebook spammer spamming you already. I've been live 4.5 minutes. So I am sorry about that, Shigufa. Let me delete that person. Um, but the Six of Pentacles speaks about perseverance as well. So I know, and even from what you're saying, Spirit does want to address that. You're saying that you need a job. You want to know how many hours. Like, this job cannot come quickly enough for you. But this card is saying to keep persevering. Keep persevering. Keep working hard. Don't give up. Good things are coming your way. How many hours before you get a job confirmation? I'm not at liberty to tell you that. Six of Pentacles, money is coming. So the job is coming. A job is coming. If it's this job, I'm not sure. I would need more information from you. That would be a reading. Let me just pull you one more bonus card. Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Shagufa to know about employment and about getting a job? What do you want Shagufa to know? We see this perseverance is here, not giving up. Money is coming, but what do you want Shagufa to know about this? And Shagufa, we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands. And the Four of Wands is celebrating peace and stability in the home. If you've been feeling that you need to get this job to provide for yourself, maybe provide for a family, Spirit is saying that all of that is coming. Take some time out to celebrate your stability, joy, and happiness with friends and family. It's not worth doing if you can't enjoy it. So don't lose focus on the things that matter. Don't lose focus on the things that you're actually working for in life. But yeah, I don't see a big thing of poverty or something of that nature coming towards you. So Alina, let me give you your message. And how are you this Saturday? Oh, and I do like if people can let me know where they're watching from. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Alina? What do you want Alina to know this morning? I'm a little thirsty. Sorry about that. I have been thirsty since the day I was born. I've always drank a ton of fluid. Oh, from Germany. Oh, good morning. Well, it's probably not morning in Germany, is it? It's 6:17 a.m. in the morning on the East Coast. I'm in Tampa, Florida. What time is it in Germany, Alina? And hello, Felix and Felicia. I have seen you here before. Yes, you will get a message. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Alina? What do you want Alina to know? What do you want Alina to know this morning? Thank you, Spirit. Page of Pentacles. The Page of Pentacles. Alina, are you looking for 1217? Are you looking for a new business opportunity? Do you have a new business idea? Something along those lines? Never stop learning, because if you think you know everything, then you know nothing at all. But pages are all about new beginnings, new aspects. Pentacles do relate to finances. They can sometimes relate to our health. But pages are all about new beginnings, new opportunities. So there could even be some new money coming your way, new opportunities. If you have a new idea, it is time to follow that idea. But again, with that Page of Pentacles, you do want to study. If you do have some sort of, if this resonates, you may want to do some sort of more in-depth reading and see if the eight of Pentacles shows up, because that Eight of Pentacles with the Page of Pentacles would actually speak more about learning, getting your thinking of a change in your life. Indeed, yeah. If it combines with that eight, then Spirit is saying that you need some training, you need some school, you need some education. So if you're actually thinking about, like, should I take a college course, or do I need some sort of credits, anything like that, if you're trying to make a shift into another field that would require like a degree, it would be good to look deeper into that, because that page, if it combines, like I said, with the eight or the Hierophant, would be saying, yes, before you move in this direction, you're going to need some more education. But either way, this new opportunity, it's very good. And since you are thinking of the change in your life, then it does look like Spirit is giving you a message of confirmation along those lines. So I hope that resonates with you. I hope that helps you in some way. And hello, Ombre. Ombre, if you could let me know where you're watching from, I do like to know that. Well, I'm going to say good morning to Ian, but it's evening. Oh, you were playing your piano. Oh, wonderful. Awesome. Let me see. Ombre. Ombre. What a pretty name. Ombre. I always like to know. Oh, Denver, Colorado. Okay, so it's early for you too. Oh, God bless you, Alina. You're welcome. You're very welcome. And if you ever want to look into that a little bit deeper, let me know. Hit me up on email, Facebook, call me on the phone. Do I still have my phone number up there? Oh, I don't. I forgot that I don't have my phone number up there anymore. 727-380-0388. It's always in my description. So, actually, I changed my description. It's early. I'm like, it's always in my description. And I'm like, is it? I'm going to go check. Oh, it's not. Oh my gosh. I'm going to have to change all of that again. All right. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me see what message Spirit has for you. Well, it's in the very beginning description on my posted video. Oh, thank you, Ian. My clarity isn't always accurate. When it's on, it's on. When it's off, it's on for somebody else, since it could be on for somebody else on another day. That's the nice thing about my spirit guides. Sometimes they give me messages in advance, and I'm still learning, so I'm still learning how to communicate that effectively. But when I hear from my spirit guides, because my spirit guides are always correct, it's just, am I hearing it and interpreting it correctly? So, Aubrey, I give messages from spirit, and I am still shuffling while I'm greeting other people in the chat, and I will get to your message. Oh, and hello, Leo sign. How are you? Monica, oh, everybody's here. Okay, Aubrey, let me get to your message. I'm so sorry, Joni. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Aubrey this morning? What message do you have for Aubrey? What do you want Aubrey to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Aubrey to know? And Aubrey, we have the Four of Pentacles. Lots of pentacles. It seems a lot of people are concerned with work and business. But that Four of Pentacles is, fours represent stability. They represent not making big changes. Um, Sometimes, this card is speaking to you about holding on to your money, not overspending. I'm not sure, Aubrey, what is going on with your financial situation, but the Four of Pentacles: grow your wealth, but don't lose sight of what's truly important along the way. But like I said, this can show up if somebody isn't spending enough, or if spirit is saying you're spending too much, reel it in. But that pentacles usually is about your finances. And if anybody makes a donation for a question, please let me know, because I am going through the list in the order that people have entered the stream. Navia, Tanvi. I don't even know where. I've never even heard of Tanvi. Where is Tanvi? I'm going to Google that real quick. Tanvi. Where is Tanvi? I'm not even seeing anything about a place called Tanvi. Maybe I'm misread it. Oh, hello, Tony from Portugal. Welcome. Oh, Tenby. Is that, well, I don't know. Tanvi. I don't know. So Navia, I give a message from Spirit that's free. If you want to do a love reading, that would be on a donation basis. I take PayPal and Cash App, but I am going to get you your message from Spirit, and sometimes Spirit will address your question in the message. Oh, your name is Tanvi. Did I misread that? Oh, I did misread it. You're Tanvi. I thought you said hello. I'm in Tanvi. I'm sorry. Like I said, it's early. I've already. Well, I did pronounce it correctly. Thank you. Thank you, Tanvi. I was Googling where is Tanvi. I thought it was like a country, and I'm like, I can't find that country. And Tony's like, it's in Wales. But Tony was talking about Tenby. Let's just see what Spirit has to tell you, Tanvi. I'm so sorry. Jason, how are you? Okay, let me get going here. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Tanvi? I'm sorry. What message do you have for Tanvi this morning? Tanvi the person, not the place. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. What message do you have for Tanvi? What message do you have for Tanvi? Okay, Tanvi, we have Two of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles. Now, this can show up if you have too many choices going on in your life. Again, Pentacles, it can be business, but it can be health, finances, even in the home. The key to balancing multiple priorities is the ability to be flexible and go with the flow. But Tanvi, it seems to me that you have a lot on your plate right now. You're making some decisions, needing to choose. It's almost like, do I go this way or do I go that way? You have too many opportunities coming towards you, or you have too many responsibilities on your plate. But the core message is you have too much on your plate and you need to make some choices to get things back into balance. Our twos are all about balances and choices. So Spirit is saying that go with the flow, maybe relax a little bit. Maybe you're being a little bit trying to do everything, being pulled in too many directions. It's not healthy. It will lead to stress. And you have to bring in this balance, but that balance is going to come in by choosing to let some things go. So please let me know if that resonates with you. And I see you did want to find a life partner. That would be a love reading. And like I said, sometimes the message from Spirit, and that did resonate with you. Okay, sometimes the message from Spirit will be your question, but the way I do it this way, because I want Spirit to bring you the message that Spirit wants to give you today. And sometimes what's on our mind is not what Spirit wants on our mind. So I do the free message in honor of Spirit being able to get what Spirit feels is most important across. And Ian, you are next. So Ian, I know your channel. I'm gonna have to go and see. Good morning, Harpreet. Why do I feel like I missed Felix and Felicia? Let me double check. I did skip you. Sorry about that, Ian. Yeah, Felix and Felicia was actually before Aubrey. I'm so sorry. And Felix and Felicia, did you say you were in Denver? Had more people come in. My eyes are playing tricks on me this morning. You're welcome, Navia. God bless you. There is a famous person from India called Tanvi, Tanvi. Oh, interesting. So sorry about that, Felix and Felicia. Let me get you your message. And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Felix and Felicia? What do you want Felix and Felicia to know? What do you want Felix and Felicia to know? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Felix and Felicia to know? What message do you have for Felix and Felicia? And Felix and Aubrey's in Denver. Okay. And Felix and Felicia, we have the World Major Arcana card. Very, very positive card. And this card can show up when you've completed a cycle. The Death card can show up if a cycle is completely ended, but there's more of a transformation. Um, the World means that you've completed a process. You've learned what you were supposed to learn, and now you're moving on to a new journey. The Death card can be like a very harsh severing, like this is over, boom, it's cut off, something that you weren't prepared for. But this means that you actually completed the process the way it was supposed to be completed in the perfect timing. Nothing that completely just came out of the blue and cut it off, if that makes sense. Um, but the journey for you is going on. The World is the very final major arcana card of the 22 major arcana cards. The World card teaches to revel in our happiness and to celebrate our achievements. Everything is as it is meant to be. We have come full circle and have accomplished our goals. Like an example would be if you get fired, you could get the Death card. If you graduate, you'll get the World. The Death card is when there's like a sudden ending, but the World card is when you've completed the process the way you were supposed to. Does that resonate with you? Do you know what it is that you've completed in your life, this process? And let me see. I think Ian is next because I had skipped. And again, if somebody makes a donation, please let me know. Okay, there we are. Ian. Ian, what time is it right now? Oh, thank you, Tony. Awesome. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Ian? What do you want Ian to know? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Ian? What message do you have for Ian? I have a jumper, Ian, so I am going to give you two cards. We just got the Five of Pentacles as a jumper. It's 8:30. Okay, wow. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Ian? What message do you have for Ian? What do you want Ian to know? And the Hermit. Okay, so Ian, along with our Five of Pentacles, I must ask you, do you have a change coming? Sometimes this can come if you feel like you've lost something, but it's about change. Pentacles could be finances. Do you have a change in job? Are you having a change in your finances? Um, oh, thank you, Felix. Well, Felicia. Felix and Felicia. Let me put that up. Um, So, Ian, do you have some sort of change? You may feel that it's negative, you may feel it's a setback, but it really isn't. But it is combined with the Hermit. So, it does seem to me that this change is something major. It is something, a milestone in your life. Our minor arcana cards are like our little day to day things. Um, will I have a good time at the movies? Our major arcana is, am I getting married? Am I having a baby? Am I getting a new job? It's our major life issues. So, this Five of Pentacles is saying to me that there is some sort of change that you're undergoing right now. Okay. And the Hermit card, being major arcana, is saying that right now, the way you are to deal with this change, and because it's combined with the Hermit, I do feel this is something that might be making you feel a little sad, a little withdrawn, maybe a little lonely. It does. It seems like it's a harder change, not something, not a happy celebratory change. So the Hermit card is saying to go within, meditate, get with spirit, lean on spirit, meditate, bring in that white light, do your visualizations, don't lose focus, don't lose sight of spirit while you go through this change. Um, that card just flew out of my hand. I was going to say that I feel like I should pull another card for you. And now that this card is over here, excuse me, I think I am going to heed that and pull another card for you. So let me know if this resonates. Are you undergoing some sort of change that might seem a little negative or emotionally taxing or stressful of something along those lines? Let me send a healing. Whatever this change is, just know you are not alone. I haven't read these two for you, but I'm going to shuffle and bring you one more. Because I feel Spirit actually wants to turn this into like a mini reading. Five of Pentacles, the Hermit, and I want to get you like an outcome type card. Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Ian to know about this change? What does Ian need to know about this change that he's going through? What do you want Ian to know about this change? 10 of Pentacles. Very good. Okay. So we start off right here with the Five of Pentacles. Is this financial? You're going through the change. There's a lot of meditation, introspection, spending time with Spirit to know the next steps. But your outcome is the 10 of Pentacles, very happy, very positive card. 10 of Pentacles can even be, harmonious with the 10 of Cups, where it could be, happily ever after type deal. Okay, 5 of Pentacles. We all face hardships in our lives, and it is during those times that we realize what we're truly made of. Okay, so life is full of ups and downs, valleys and mountain peaks, and sometimes we got to be in the valley, but we get out. The Hermit teaches us that sometimes we need to withdraw from the din of the outside world in order to start hearing the small voice within. He urges us to rediscover our own inner world through meditation and reflection. And that is your Hermit card. To really tap into that inner wisdom. You have all the answers that you need. And 10 of Pentacles, and this is your outcome. Share your riches with your family and enjoy your material success. So that is the message on this card. Again, I'm not sure if this Pentacles is representing finances for you in this situation, because it can represent others. But the whole point of this card is it is a card of success. It is a card of blessing. It is a very positive card. So this is just something you're going through, and the end result will be very much in your favor, very, very positive. So I hope that helps you, Ian, and I hope it resonates with you. I hope you realize not to get discouraged from your change, because that Five of Pentacles, a situation is changing for you, but it will all work out for you in the end. So don't worry. And Pradeep, and welcome to everybody in the stream. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Pradeep? And again, Pradeep, a love reading would be on a donation basis. I will get you a message from Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Pradeep? What do you want Pradeep to know? Oh, you're welcome, Ian. Spirit, what do you want Pradeep to know? What do you want Pradeep to know? Oh, wow. 1040 in Wellington, New Zealand. And Pradeep, we have the Four of Wands. Four of Wands. Pradeep, let me see. Current feelings of Rita and Mishra for your love relationship. Again, that would be a love reading, but right now we have the Four of Wands. Current feelings for a love relationship. This card is actually speaking more about like kind of being in a relationship and being stable, being at peace. So I would actually like to know if you are in a relationship with Rita, or if you're currently approaching her, maybe you've dated a few times or something. The Four of Wands is about stability, usually in some sort of romantic relationship, family structure. So it is a good sign if this is, in reference to Rita. Again, I would like to do a love reading with you. Take some time out to celebrate your stability, joy, and happiness with friends and family. It's not worth doing if you can't enjoy it. But if you look at my Britney Spears reading from like 10 months ago, when she was still under her conservatorship, I did a reading on my Celebrity Tarot Reader channel, Will Britney Spears Find Freedom? And the Four of Wands showed up for her. And that Four of Wands, I'm like, dang, that's her. That's Sam Asghari. This is the happy family. This is stability. And I saw not only was she going to have freedom, I saw the marriage with Sam. So that's what I'm saying. Like that Four of Wands card, to me, it represents that beautiful family structure where you found home, you have that safety. So again, I would like to know a little bit more, look into that with you to see if that stability is coming from you. Maybe that spirit's way of saying that she views you as a safe place. Or it could be just a message for you to continue doing what you're doing that makes you stable. So, and Joni is in Texas. Welcome, Joni. Oh, that's right. Your son passed. Um, Now, I do public mediumship when spirit grabs a hold of me and comes through. I don't like to do public mediumship per se on the spot, um, only because in the past I've done public mediumship where somebody has made a donation. Like, say there's, more than one person in the chat. I've had spirit messages come through for everybody in the chat except the person who made the donation. And when that happens, I like to get on the telephone or do a video mediumship one-on-one, because that way I can, access your spirit messages a little bit easier. But Joni, if you would like to set up an intention with me today, right now, for your son to come through, we can do that. I'm not sure if you're still here, but I'm going to give you your message so you can type in. But for every one of my streams, I do set the intention for spirit loved ones, friends of yours in spirit to come through. For everybody who's going to be in my chats, everybody who's watching, to come through with messages. Okay, Monica, I've got you. You're on the list. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Joni today? What message do you have for Joni? Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Joni? Oh, thank you, Melanie. Oh, Joni, we have the Hermit again. I'm going to do a deep shuffle just because sometimes when I pull the same cards, it could just mean that I've done too many readings with the deck. Although the Hermit would be telling you to, oh, Courtney, you donated. Okay, let me put you up here. I am going to finish Joni's message first. I'm going to clear these cards. Again, Joni, the Hermit would represent spending time in meditation, reflection, tuning out the world, tuning into spirit. Not sure how long it's been since your son has passed. It could be a message, though, since you want to connect with your son. The Hermit could be it could be Spirit's way of saying it's time to do that. And there are some easy things that you can do on your own at home to connect with your loved ones who are in spirit. But you always want to make sure that you're grounded, that you do a grounding meditation, a purification meditation, and a shielding or protection meditation first Whenever you work with spirit, you want to make sure that you are grounded, you are protected, and that comes through meditation and prayer. You want to pray to the God of your understanding, the angels that you believe in. Most angels are universal, regardless of religious upbringing. Most people do believe in the Archangel Michael for protection. Very powerful angel to call upon. And then you could do some candle work and invite your loved one to come through. Hello, Jimmy. Welcome to the stream. Right now, I am on a donation. When I'm not on donations, I give a free message from Spirit. When I'm on donations, the free messages stop. Okay, let me give Joni her message, and then I'm moving on to Courtney. And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Joni? What message do you have for Joni? What do you want Joni to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Joni to know? Oh, Joni, we have the world. So, Joni, the card that I drew for you first was the Hierophant. I wasn't sure if that was really your card because I had just done a reading with the Hierophant. So I put it back, shuffled, cleared the energy. Now that I'm pulling the World, another major arcana card, a process has completed. I do feel that this message for you is about communicating with your son. I do. The world card teaches to revel in our happiness and to celebrate our achievements. Everything is as it is meant to be. We have come full circle and have accomplished our goals. Again, I do feel that this message for you is about the communication, the spirit communication that you are seeking. So let me move on now. And Courtney is here. Hello, Courtney. How have you been? And did your son have his graduation? How is everything going there? No, he want. I think it was May, towards the end of May, right? Okay. And if you want, you can message me or email me and get me updated. But you want the reconciliation. He graduated, yay! I remember pulling those cards that showed if he worked hard for it, he would do it. May 28th, okay. I remember that. It was, he could do it if he put his mind to it. I'm so proud of him. Oh, awesome, awesome. Okay, this is good. So is this for you and Eric? How are things going in that area? But I'm going to pull you a message from Spirit first, and then we will do your love reading, your reconciliation reading. But are things going well? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Courtney today? What do you want Courtney to know? Okay. What do you want Courtney to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Courtney to know today? And Courtney, we have, Judgment, Courtney. The Judgment card is the rebirth card. And I was like, are we going to pull Major Arcana? You think he's saying someone else? Well, I wouldn't give up hope. The judgment card, more than any other, urges us to free ourselves from what is holding us back and embrace our true calling. It is time to be reborn, to shed the skin of our old lives and live according to a higher truth. So we will do this reading. Does the judgment card mean this relationship can be reborn? Or is this judgment card saying it's time for you to be reborn, to move on past Eric and rebuild your life anew? So, very, very powerful card, though, because either way, you are having a major rebirth. It's either rebirthing that relationship or it's rebirthing your life. Either way, very, very powerful, very good card, even though rebirthing your life can be, yes, it's a very powerful card. A lot of people see the judgment card as something scary, because it's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to be judged. But that's not really what that card is. In traditional tarot, it's even scarier because you see the Archangel Gabriel blowing the trumpet, and then there's like, like corpses coming out of the coffin, and it's like, oh, the great judgment call, of like Revelation. The spirits are coming to be judged. But that's not really the intent and meaning of the card. It's that the things that were dead are coming back to life. Um, Things that were sleeping and things that weren't alive are being awoken. So it's kind of like the dead bones now live. So it's really much better than like, oh, you're going to be judged by God now for all of your sins. That's not the message of that card. So it's much, much more positive than that. And hello to everybody who's new to the stream. Welcome. I give free messages from Spirit except for when I'm on a donation reading. When I'm on a donation, I stop all the free readings, do the donation, and then the new free readings that I will do um, aren't based on whoever was here before the donation. I just start new with whoever's in the chat at that moment. So if you are here, Magda, when I am done, I will give you a free reading. If you want a reading, you may make a donation according to the list. Okay, let me clear these, Courtney. Let me send you some amethyst healing. And this one, Courtney, is one of my You Pick the Pile card. And I love these. So what I do is I make 3 piles. The first card that I draw will reflect your question, will we reconcile? And then what's so cool is each card from each pile that I flip over will represent a different aspect of your question. And then you pick the pile that you feel best represents your question. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you. Will Courtney and Eric reconcile? Will Courtney and Eric reconcile? Thank you, Spirit. Will Courtney and Eric reconcile? Will Courtney and Eric reconcile? Okay. Pile 1, pile 2, and pile 3 is going to take a little bit more from pile 1 right here. Okay, so pile 1, Ace of Swords. Ace of Swords. Aces are new beginnings. The Ace of Swords to me is always like a legal type contract, but it really is about thought, your mind. Can you to make a new beginning? Can you Can you make changes in the way you think about your relationship? Can you work out your past differences and come into this with a new perspective? Okay. Pile number 2 is Six of Pentacles. Six of Pentacles is a card all about money. It's about giving and receiving. It's also a card that traditionally has represented inheritances, but also it represents karma. Um, it's a tricky card for many people because, as you can see, this man is holding these scales and he's dishing out this money. At the same time, there's these hands below. They're like beggars' hands, people in need who need the money. So this card can represent either one. You could be the person generous giving out the money. You could be the person in need needing the money. Um, Eric could be represented by the person with the money giving it out or the person who needs it. It's also a card of what I would say karma. You get what you give. So will there be reconciliation? Will there be this karmic balance? Because you can see that he is balancing these scales, but it's also, you gave Eric $2,400 today. Okay. Yeah, let me just put that up because that's just like so wild. And again, like what I said, is each one of these cards will represent a different aspect of your relationship. So you will pick the pile that you think best represents your question. Whether it's the Ace of Swords, can we have this thinking, a new perspective on our relationship? Can we communicate and talk and get past the other stuff? Again, I do feel that Aces of Swords have a legal type aspect to it as well. I mean, just looking at the imagery, it almost looks as if these swords are, inscribed in Latin, and you get this law. So I also see this Ace of Swords, like if somebody's signing a contract, I will pull the Ace of Swords. I've pulled the Ace of Swords, like upon a new marriage or a new business contract. Okay, so again, second pile, we have our Six of Pentacles, which is dealing with that money, giving him the money. Makes a lot of sense. And our third card is the Three of Wands. And that Three of Wands is all about going on a new journey, a new adventure. Will you reconcile? The other thing that's interesting is travel can be represented in this card because, as you see, it's like this man is on the pier waiting for the ship to come in. It could be waiting for a lost lover to return. Is he going on the journey with a lost lover? Is he getting on the ship to go somewhere new, or is this person coming home? So this card has a lot of different interpretations, but those threes are all about working together. Um, Harmony, balance, that card also has a lot to do with exploration. Like, are we going to explore a new avenue? And also there's a creative element. Can you and Eric come up with new creative strategies to fix what was broken as you two wait to be reunited? Because this is like somebody he's on one end and waiting for the ship to come in. So do you go with pile number 1, or Ace of Swords? Pile number 2, Six of Pentacles? Or pile number 3, that Three of Wands, waiting for that ship to come in? 3. Okay, awesome. Now this is a 10-card reading. So this card now becomes our current card. And I draw one for the past and one for the future. So for your past, we have the moon. That moon is always a mysterious path. Now this is very interesting because when you put the moon for, let me switch it. When you put the moon for your past, we have a mystery. Okay, we don't really know the destination of the journey. You hold the right card up. The moon is all about mystery. You don't know, you don't have the full light of sun to say this is the way we're going. When the sky is completely dark and you have the star come out, it's a symbol of hope, because if you're out at night in the pitch black and that starlight shines, you have a little light on your path. But the moon is shadowy. The moon is in the shadows, you know. The moon is mysterious. It does represent feminine energy, but the moon and the high priestess always represent we don't know where this is headed. The journey is not defined. So for that card to show up for your past, when you're wondering, are we getting back together? Are we not? It makes a lot of sense, especially for your relationship, because there are so many unanswered questions. And again, just waiting, right? Um, Being at this position, I don't know if we're going to get back together. I'm kind of in limbo. I'm kind of in the shadows. I'm not getting that full light of sun. I'm not in the pitch black of night. I'm getting this moonlight, and I'm just here waiting. I'm waiting for Eric to come back. I'm just standing here watching, and he's off on his ship doing his own thing, ready to travel, going on some solo journey around the world, and you're just here waiting, holding the fort. So our outcome for that is the tower. um, Very important to note here that we have major arcana in your past, major arcana in your future. Now this tower is also very in line with the judgment card, rebirth. The tower means something was not built right, and it has to be torn down so it can be rebuilt. Again, the question is, am I rebuilding this relationship with Eric? Am I rebuilding my relationship with myself? Am I rebuilding my life? Am I rebuilding our life? Either way, major arcana for judgment, major arcana for right now, for your immediate future. So the good news is your limbo, your shadow area is done. You are now in the area where you are making the decision. Um, you could have thought, I will be in this period wondering for the next 5 years if we're getting back together. No, you're getting your answer. Your answer is coming. You're either rebuilding with him or you're rebuilding on your own. Okay, now we do two for the past, two for the present, and two more for the future. Your past starts with the moon. I have to do another background track, sorry. I think I'm going to, that one was ocean. I think I'm going to go to, I like this one, dreaming clouds. My background tracks clear chakras. We're going to have some meditation, some binaural beats, and some gongs. Okay, so for our past now, we're starting with the moon. And if that's too loud, let me know. Maybe I should turn it down a bit. Okay, so two more for your past with the moon. We have the Eight of Wands. Now, that Eight of Wands is like striking when the iron's hot, and it can be a fast ending, a fast conclusion. And we also have the Fool, more major arcana. So for the past, we have that moon, the Eight of Wands, and the Fool, which really represents this came to a quick end and there is a new beginning very fast. The Fool can sometimes represent making a foolish decision. It can be somebody was played for a fool, somebody's acting like a fool. It can be this folly of the Fool, especially in traditional tarot, is seen as this man who's so excited about his new journey. He's got like his little backpack over his shoulder, the little kerchief with like a few belongings. He's got his dog by his side, and he's hip hoppity walking along, and his head's up in the clouds, and he's walking off a cliff. And it basically says that he's so excited about this new journey that he's not seeing straight, he's not being logical, he's not being practical, and he's really ready to walk off a cliff. Okay. So that fool, he is on a new journey. He's got a new beginning, but it's not practical. He needs to like slow down and take his time at what he's doing. Now we go from that fool card right into our present card of the Three of Wands. And I definitely feel that you are the person depicted in the Three of Wands watching that boat. Um, Eric became that fool, said, "Hey, I'm going on a new journey. My head's in the clouds. I'm taking off." And here he is, like now on the boat, taking off. I'm on my journey. Here I go. I'm sailing away. And you're here watching. So it's very important now, the next two cards of our present into the future, to see if you're rebuilding with him or rebuilding alone. Okay, so here you are. And now check this out. We're back in wands. Okay, those wands are all about your family. You're left holding the fort. Check this out, Courtney. This energy of this man holding that wand, right? See the two wands behind? That can even represent two children. You have two children, correct? Um, Eric is definitely on that boat, on the journey. You're here holding the fort. One wand in your hand, two wands behind. And now, here you are, guarding your home, holding this wand. Our Seven of Wands is all about persevering and defense and warding off attacks. So here you are at the entranceway to the home, saying, all you people who are coming, all these attacks who are coming, I'm over here by myself with this wand, fighting you all, fighting all these attacks by myself. So right here, you really see this solo energy. Okay. So the next card, again, very, very important. The World, major arcana. Okay. The World means that this process has come to an end. And this is what I was saying before. So lots of major arcana here. We start with the Moon in your past, the Fool, the new beginning. Now we're going straight into the World, which comes to the Tower. This could mean that you feel like your world was turned upside down, but the World is a card that means the process is over. And it's like I said before, the Death card, I don't think you were here. The Death card, I'm very surprised that the Death card did not come in here, and it's the World, because the Death card means like something was cut off very quickly. You weren't prepared for it. The World card means something has run its course, that you've completed the process. Have you and Eric completed this process of your relationship to begin the new journey of reconciliation? Or have you learned all you can learn? Have you gained all you can get from this relationship with Eric? And now it's time to let it go and move on and rebuild. Again, that's the question. But the good news is the question is going to be answered. You don't have to keep waiting in limbo anymore. Um, So again, here we have you very, very guarded, protecting the family, protecting the home, coming into this world, which is a very positive card of celebration. Now, we really want to see, what I want to see, do we have some lovers cards coming in here? Do we have father energy? Are we going to be moving into some emperors? What are we seeing? Because this here right now is you're rebuilding, and we want to see what you're rebuilding. So here we go. Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles. So you are rebuilding. And do you remember that other pile was the Ace of Swords? Ace of Pentacles, you're rebuilding. It could be a new job. Are you looking for a job as well? But Pentacles can represent family, but Ace of Wands is more what you expect to see rebuilding a family. But we have new beginnings for you. And now next we have the Two of Wands. Okay. It looks to me like you're rebuilding on your own journey at this point. It looks to me like you're rebuilding on your own. I want to see some more. You're rebuilding on your own with a lot of balance and peace. Financial prosperity is underway. I'm not seeing him here. I'm not seeing Eric here. I'm seeing you at peace and balance. Ace of Pentacles. Why were you the one giving him the 2400? Our twos are choices. Our twos mean you can go this way, you can go that way. I feel, Courtney, okay, a lot of changes, yeah. For both of these twos to come in, it shows me that this is your choice. It's your choice. But this is, you're going to choose a direction that brings you balance, that brings you peace, that brings you harmony. Again, I'm not seeing him here. Ace of Pentacles followed by Two of Wands. That Two of Wands, and look at the symbolism here, right? When we're in the past, we have this person just standing here waiting for the lover to come back from this journey, right? But now, in the future, who's the one taking the journey? And remember when I gave that description of the Fool in the original tarot? I said it's that man who's like ready to go on his journey, and he's got his little knapsack thing. Are you serious? He was on a trip with the sales girl. Look at that. So you gave him that money and he was on a trip. And I like this because this is your present. And that's what it is. It's like you looked and found out he was on a trip with somebody else. And that's what Spirit is saying. And I think you're done. I think you're done. I think that's it. Because now you were the one. And check this out, right? When we started this, in your past, we had that moon. And remember, I said that moon is that shadowy area. This is one of my favorite cards in the tarot deck. It really is. And it's because I'm a Sagittarius and I love journey and adventure. But do you see in this picture those dark storm clouds off to the right? That's what we're seeing here in this moon. Okay, that dark night, that dark moon. Well, now in Two of Wands, you're out of the clouds, out of the shadow, and this light is shining down on your path. And that beautiful deer represents Spirit leading the way. And now you're the one with the sack over your shoulder, and you're ready to head out on your journey. Only your journey is going right through those two wands, okay? We had the Three of Wands right here waiting for him to come back from that ship. Then here you are holding down the fort with the Seven of Wands. Wands is all about family, fighting off all the attacks, taking care of your home. Here I am. I am the one now solo guarding and protecting this home. And now, after that Ace of Pentacles, it's like, here I am now. I get to walk my path in the light, in the sun. No more darkness. I'm going to do one more. Well, we had the Two of Pentacles, which I love too. Balancing everything in harmony with peace. Oh, and check it out. There's that. There's that ship again. Look, I got to compare it with this one for you. But like I said, I'm going to do one more. So in our past, we have this. Well, this is actually the present, waiting on that ship. And now, even check out the way he's moved, his positioned. He's just staring after the ship. Just, when are you coming back? Where are you? Why are you on that ship? Why aren't you here, right? But now that it's time for this new journey, everything's in balance. The ship is in the back, but he's looking the other way. He's like, I've got a rainbow over my head. Compare that to this. I'm walking this path through these wands, and the light is right here leading my way. And then what follows? I got a rainbow over my head, but this one's still on the ship. It's actually kind of cloudy over there. Excuse me, it's kind of cloudy and kind of dark over that ship. The sky looks a little bit cloudy, but there's just perfect balance and rainbows right here. So let me again, I feel absolutely this is a no. I feel you are going to be rebuilding your life now. And you just found out he went on this trip with the salesperson. And here we have the Hierophant. The Hierophant. And sometimes the Hierophant is a marriage card for me. In this reading, no. This is you following tradition, you following spirit, you following the leading of spirit, and really just coming into your own. So it is a no for me. It is a good positive no. It is bringing your life back into balance and harmony. Yeah, and who needs that energy? You know, you don't need to be that person constantly waiting as he's off on his journey, you know? So tell me what you think, Courtney. Are you ready? Because I mean, rebuilding your life, that tower card, it's not easy. But you can do it. You have new beginnings. You have the Ace of Pentacles. That's even like an assurance that whatever the work changes are, excuse me, they'll meet your needs. You take the that Two of Wands, that you can take this journey, walk in the sunlight. Um, and it looks to me like you would have peace and balance, harmony and happiness. I know. I'm sorry. And the thing is, how can you work it out if he's off on this ship taking his trips and his journey? Wajia, I need you to stop spamming the chat, please. And Wajia, I'm going to have to, this is your last warning to stop spamming the chat or I'm going to have to block you. It's not polite. I'm trying to talk to Courtney on my donation reading. And I think you can see Courtney because you're both on Facebook. So it's not like you can't see her. Now, sometimes if I'm doing a donation on YouTube and you're on Facebook, you can't see her, but you can see her. Thank you. Yep, Courtney can see you. Okay. Yeah, that's what I was going to say, Courtney. Just because he didn't want you to know, don't mistake that as some sort of act of love. You know, that's just, I think that's manipulation. You know, and Spirit illustrated in the imagery on the cards very, very well what you're going through. And that moon in the past, that kind of speaks to me that the foundation for this relationship, even though it's been such a long time that you two are together, but that foundation was never as solid as it should have been. It wasn't based on like the lovers. It wasn't based on the sun. It was based on this mystery and things in the shadow, which makes me feel as well, Courtney, that there were some secrets being kept from you, most likely from the very beginning of of your relationship. I feel that there were a lot of things that you felt were open, that you felt that, this is a very open relationship, it's very trustworthy. And I feel like it never was as built as based on trust. I think that there was always some element of shadowy behavior, secrecy, some sort of deception. And I think that it's still reflected today, that you're giving him a lot of money and he's hiding that he's on a trip with this woman, you know? And I think that type of behavior has always been there. I think it's always been like, how do I manage Courtney? What do I say to Courtney? I think that's manipulation. So I think that you've always felt that things were a lot more honest and open than they really were. But Spirit, throughout the whole entire reading, the Judgment card, rebirth, the Tower card, rebuilding. Oh no, I'm not angry, Wajiha. I just needed you to stop. I couldn't see Courtney's responses, so it's all good. I didn't block you. You're here. It's all good. But I hope that resonated with you, Courtney, and I hope you let me know what you do. Again, you have free will. So even though, this is what Spirit is saying, it's always going to be your choice what you do. Now, how does he feel about this woman? And you did always trust him? Yeah, I see that. Um, how he feels about this woman, what his intentions are, that's like a completely different thing. When your question is, will we reconcile? That really gives Spirit the leeway, you know. It did. Okay, awesome. That gives Spirit the leeway to really show you what Spirit wants for you in your life. And the message here is very clear that Spirit wants you to rebuild your life so you can walk in the sun, and so you can have balance, so you can have peace, so you can have happiness. And it was very telling that there was no love coming in right now for you. It's like Spirit wants this time for you to rebuild your life. The focus was very, very singular. It was the imagery was always one person on a journey, one person waiting, one person on a journey. And it didn't come up with like 10 of cups, like no lovers cards, no 10 of cups, no 10 of pentacles, even no happy family, nothing like that. It was all very, very singular. It was time for you to rebuild your life, to get your peace, your happiness. And what I loved the most in that imagery that Spirit used was when why is my music stopping? This is strange. Was that in the Three of Wands, that singular person, that singular figure, was just standing there waiting for the ship to come in. And then, so strange. Maybe I'll put this on Infinity. Let's do Crown Chakra. Okay, we'll do that. Um, that in the Three of Wands, the figure was looking out towards the ship. And then in the Two of Pentacles, the figure was looking the other way. So it's like first the figure is looking out after the ship, and then the ship hadn't moved. That's what was very interesting in the imagery that Spirit used, is Eric is not moving. Like Eric's not progressing. The ship was exactly in the same spot in those pictures. Only in the first one, you're staring out after the ship, and then the second one, the ship is now behind you, and you just have like your future ahead of you. You have your life in balance. Rainbow over your head while there's like storm clouds everywhere else. So it also kind of speaks to me like I feel like you're going to also come into some sort of financial prosperity. I think it's a little bit more than just you rebuilding without him and being, I'm happy inside. I mean, because of course that's a big part of it, but it seemed very much pentacles. Like there was an ace of pentacles, there was some sort of new money breakthrough. Then we had that two of pentacles where like you're balancing this money. So not only are you in position to rebuild your life without him, and I know that's painful and hard, but you can do so in a way where you're not just going to be happy, but you're actually going to be like financially blessed. So, exactly what those financial blessings are that you're going to be coming into, I'm not sure how that works for you, but it looks very, very good. And then that Hierophant at the end just kind of is like the icing on the cake for you. And the Hierophant, though, it's a lot of tradition, it's a lot of spirituality. It is an interesting card that Spirit chose to kind of like end this reading. It's like trusting your inner wisdom, your own guidance. It's like really tuning in and letting spirit lead you every step of the way and trusting your own higher self, your own intuition. But it could even be, seeking out the advice of some spiritual advisor, because that can be represented in the Hierophant. If you have a church that you belong to, maybe going back to church, anything like that, or even getting the support from others, from like a life coach. It could be even like maybe it could be a message from spirit that if you do feel that rebuilding your life is too hard, going to therapy, getting counseling while you go through this, there's nothing wrong with that either. But either way, you will be bringing your life into balance. And spirit is definitely saying like now's the time to rebuild. And it's like I said, the main thing with all those major arcanas is you're making the decision. Where before you were up in the air, before it was the moon overshadowing things, that those times are done. That's done. You're either just going to spend the rest of your life waiting for that ship to come back, or you're going to rebuild your life and move on and leave that ship behind you. I personally think you're leaving the ship behind you. So again, thank you, Courtney. And I'm going to take a 2-minute break, and then I will be right back with free messages. And again, if anybody wants a reading, please make a donation. And if you have made a donation, let me know. Let me check. Not sure why my phone was shutting off my music. Oh, I am on a donation. Okay. Let me check PayPal too. Okay, failed mushroom there. I see you. Do you mind if I take a 2-minute break? I'll be right back. I will be right back. I'm going to put up my little intermission. Okay, I'm back. There you are, mystical. So I will get you your spirit message. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Brandon? What do you want Brandon to know today? What message do you have for Brandon? What do you want Brandon to know? What do you want Brandon to know today? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Brandon to know? What do you want Brandon to know? And mystical, we have the Empress. The Empress. And her name is Mon. Is that right? Mon? How are things going there? Because the Empress card is about nurturing and healing. It's also a card that can show up if there is a woman in your life. Okay. Okay, we will look into that. But let's start with your spirit message, the Empress. The lesson in the Empress is to nurture your creative gifts and talents. Share your gifts with the world and create all that you desire in your life. Flirting a bit more. Okay, interesting. So there could be some of that energy at work. And let's see how people are viewing you at work. Thank you, Spirit. I'm going to clear these. They're chock full of Courtney's energy. Make sure I got. Here's one. Do you tell people at work about some of your spiritual things? Do you have a lot of spiritual conversations with people? Oh, wow. Okay. Thank you, Spirit. How are people viewing Brandon at work? How do people view Brandon at work? Do they view him as spiritual or as someone into witchcraft? How do they view him? Do they view him as spiritual or someone into witchcraft? Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. Okay, justice. That represents being on your true path. So we do see that people view you as somebody who is living authentically and according to your views. The devil. Okay, so you may have some people actually viewing you as someone in witchcraft. Or this could just represent your question. We're pulling major arcana, so what we really want to see is our third card. The star. Lots of major arcana here. I'm actually very impressed with how much major arcana is here. People absolutely view you as somebody spiritual, which I find a little interesting since you're not really talking that much with them. Let me put this up. But people are viewing you as somebody who, this could represent somebody in tune with spiritual forces, a little bit of magic, maybe a little bit of astrology. I'm going to keep going here. And Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. So, do they view you as somebody spiritual or into witchcraft? I'm going to say both. but they view you as somebody who knows how to, somebody who is in tune with the elements, in tune with spirit, in tune with magical forces, and somebody who knows how to take action to get what they want. Very interesting. What do you think of that? But again, that justice card is all about somebody who's following their true and authentic path. Yeah, I think so. There's something to it. What do you do on your TikToks? Because there's definitely that question was not out of left field for sure. That was wild. But I mean, the devil combined with the star in response to that question, yeah. Um, does that mean that they view you as something negative or evil? No. Oh, okay, Ashley, let me put you on the list. Okay, and let me get your question. So I hope that helped, Brandon. Hello, Magda. And Ashley, I'm going to get you a free message from Spirit. And what is your question? Oh, you're welcome, mystical. They do view you as mystical for sure. What will your and Carl's relationship be like? Okay, let's see. And I'm going to get you your free message first. See what Spirit wants you to know. Thank you, Spirit. What will Carl's? Oh, I'm already going into it. This is your free message. Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Ashley to know? What do you want Ashley to know today? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Ashley to know? What message do you have for Ashley? What message do you have for Ashley today? What do you want Ashley to know? And Ashley, we have the Two of Cups. Two of Cups. And your message from Spirit may have something to do with you and Carl. Now, are you and Carl actually dating, or are you wondering what it would be like if you are dating? Because this message is open yourself up to the possibility of love. Set the intention to attract the person who makes you feel whole and in perfect balance. So that makes me wonder if you're in the process of attracting Carl, or if you and Carl are currently in a relationship. Because according to your spirit message, you aren't dating. Okay, so it does look like Spirit is saying to open yourself up to love and begin manifesting, begin attracting. Now, how often do you speak? Are you already like in this process? But I will look and see what type of relationship you would have with him. Maybe you're just curious about, would he be a good partner? Would it be nice to date him? What would he treat me like? And actually, I do feel Brandon's energy here. I'm going to clear these real quick. And we want to know Ashley and Carl. What would it be like? Oh my goodness. Was or am? Are you pregnant now? Okay. So do you want to know if it's in yours and the baby's best interest to be with him? So that message from spirit actually takes on a whole new meaning of believing that you are worthy of love. So let's see. Thank you, spirit. Thank you, spirit. What does Ashley need to know about her relationship with Carl? Should she be with Carl? Should Carl be part of the family? Should she build a family with Carl for her and her child? Or should she cut Carl off? Do this alone as a single mother? What would this relationship be like? What does she need to know? What does she need to know? What does Ashley need to know about her relationship with Carl? Okay, Eight of Wands in the past, that is a fast conclusion, a fast ending. So maybe it ended very quickly. Maybe it was like, I'm just done. And then boom, you found out you were pregnant. Okay, the High Priestess represents mysterious paths. Spirit right now is saying that you have to trust your own intuition, your own guidance. You know what's best. Um, but it's still a mystery. This could be because of free will. But for some reason, it's not a yes, he's the make him the father and you live happily ever after. Um, it's very deep. The question is very important. High High Priestess, following your own intuition, major arcana card, major arcana. So I will continue to see what we've got in your future. Page of Swords. Um, is he younger than you? Is he a student? Is he in college? Are you in college? Are you young? Are you in your 20s? Our pages can be in our 20s. They can be students. Page of Swords is somebody who needs to really learn how to focus their energy to make good decisions. Right now, this could represent him in saying that he does not have a lot of skills or maturity or wisdom in certain areas that he does need to develop. But Three of Cups is a very positive card. This is a card that can show he's older but immature. This is a card that can show up for celebrations, engagements. Now, are you still friends with him? Because the Three of Cups can represent a good friendship as well. Um, but we're looking at the number three here. Three cups. Cups are emotions, cups are love. Do you have any other children and does he have any other children? Because would it be that you, Carl, and baby makes three? Usually my threes do represent threes. Six of Pentacles, maybe, and I don't know if you're here for the previous reading, but our sixes can represent in old tarot readings. They represented inheritance and money coming, but it can also represent somebody who's in a position of giving. Okay, somebody who's in a position of giving, like he's got these balanced scales with coins on them, and there are people here who need money with their hand out to give money. So that's a card that I say is definitely coming in here about financial impacts of the relationship. He may be immature. There's celebration that could be the birth of a baby. And then the Six of Pentacles could be like whatever you need to be thinking monetary, you need to be thinking child support, or do you need that relationship with him for the financial support? Okay, we do have the Death card. Now, the death card does not mean anything negative per se. It does mean that there's going to be a very big change, a very big sudden change in this relationship with Carl. Um, Six of Wands. We have two sixes here. Now, our sixes represent overcoming trials, persevering, things of that nature. So that's actually a good sign if you wanted to continue a relationship with Carl, that you two can transform this relationship. You two could work together to overcome obstacles, challenges, and persevere. But in our Six of Cups is also a card of pride and victory. That message from Spirit for you was really to just kind of set your intentions for what you want and make it happen. You're the Queen of Cups here. Okay, it does look to me as if he has feelings of love for you. Did you cut it off with him? Um, it almost seems like he would want nothing more than to be in your life, but I would have to check on that specifically. But you're coming in as the Queen of Cups. Yeah, he's coming in as the King of Swords. So what I do like is we do, and remember, this is, I'm looking into the future here. We may have him as the Page of Swords right now, being immature, but he will absolutely match your Queen of Cups with a King of Swords. He might not be as overtly affectionate as you might want. He might not be that man who's like, I love you, baby. Sit down. Let me rub your feet. Okay. Yeah. He doesn't, he's not that type that is really just going to cater and baby your every single need. But he is coming in as a king, somebody who is in that position. What I do love is that he will grow and mature, because your question basically is, how would he treat you in a relationship? So he's not going to change his whole personality, but he will mature and he will grow up. He will turn from that page to the king. I do want to see if the King of Cups shows in. um, Not only would he turn from that page of swords to the King of Swords, we've got the Ten of Cups. I don't see the King of Cups here. Let me look a couple more. Yeah, he's not coming in as the King of Cups. Is he an Aries or something? He seems like he's logical. The characteristics I'm getting, and maybe a little stern, maybe a little strict, maybe a little firm, but a good solid man who's going to protect his kids, love his kids, defend him, defend his kids, defend his woman, that type of energy. But now for the Queen of Cups, that Page of Swords maturing into that King of Swords. But then with this Ten of Cups, we actually see the Three of Cups here. We could have engagement. So this could be like Virgo, firm and hides his feelings. Yeah, definitely. Um, but to Ten of Cups, like this is somebody who is capable of marrying you, and if not marrying, like saying, okay, well, this is our home, this is our family. um, Knight of Wands, I think this man in the future is very, very capable of proposing to you, marrying you, these types of things. And we have the Four of Wands here. We have that home, that stability. So that's what you wanted to know. We have Emperor energy here. So that's father. Again, strict daddy, happy home, marriage. If that's what you want, you could definitely get that for sure. Oh, thank you, Brooklyn. So if there's anything more specific you'd like to ask in a different time, we can do another reading. But this was, I was enjoying it, so I wanted to keep going. Yeah, I definitely would. If this is what you want with him, Ashley, have you told him about the baby? Because he said he doesn't want you out of his life, but have you told him about the baby? Because it looks to me like this guy is ready to be daddy. Let me see, ready. Yeah. Well, no, there is a point that's going to come, actually, because we had the Eight of Wands, the High Priestess, the Page of Swords. That's kind of the energy now, kind of like you're not sure what you want. Maybe you're even thinking of not having the baby. Um, that's what I'm saying, because that high priestess is mystery, mysterious. The page of swords, maybe he's a little immature. Maybe that type of yeah, and that could be why we have the high priestess and the page of swords. But you're coming into a change. Again, we have the three of cups, which does represent the happiness of the baby. So it's he doesn't express his feelings. He's strict. He's really thinking about all of this. Okay, and so with our six of pentacles, that can represent that same thing. Oh, I'm in need. I need a handout, but we have death here. Okay, so either way for you, whatever you decide, it's going to be a death type situation where things are going to end so new things can begin. Is it I don't like you, a miscarriage or abortion or terminating the pregnancy. Like, don't look at this card and say, like, oh my gosh, that's like the answer to that, because it's not. This just means that you're in a situation where, like, your life as you know it is going to change and be transformed. Because this question was not about what should you do with the baby, what should you do with this pregnancy, because this question was, how will he treat you? Okay. That's what this card means. This card means that the way he treats you is going to change. And the way he treats you and the way it's going to change is boom, boom. Boom, I'm going to grow up and become the king. Boom, happy family. Okay, so it's definitely not saying abortion or miscarriage, because this is saying, we're married, we're having a baby. We have Knight of Wands. He's like actually going out of his way. And it's saying, boom, boom, the baby's here. So I just don't want that to be misconstrued as saying, this was confirmation to do something like that, because it actually wasn't in any way, shape, or form. Um, of course, that's your decision. But I just want to make that clear, that that death card represents the transformation and how he will treat you into this, into literally being a dad. Yeah, just give him time, because, like I said, and that's what I think this Page of Swords is, because that Page of Swords is immature, and it's putting you in this high priestess position where you're not sure what to do. Oh, let me turn off my alarm. Sorry. And it's him being this Page of Swords where he's immature, thinking it out. But there's a lot of change that will come. So just relax, take it easy, take some deep breaths. Just focus on love and light, positivity. Yeah, just give him some time for sure. I think that this is all going to end up in a way that makes you very happy, because those future cards were very, very, like, that's what you want to see, you know, in your situation. That's what you want to see. And the best part of it is, even though you're in that high priestess mode, he's in this Page of Swords mode. The next card was the Three of Cups. So it's like he just needs time. And then I truly believe that you're going to be met with somebody who's very excited, very happy. And he's always going to be that King of Swords. He did not turn into that King of Cups at all. He went straight from King of Swords to the Emperor. So this isn't somebody who's like, just not serious and joking around all the time. Like, he's not the Hanged Man. He's not confused and suspended. He's just kind of in his own shell, thinking about it and trying to figure out what to do. And he wasn't the fool making foolish decisions. But he doesn't come in as the King of Cups, ready to wear his heart on his sleeve and sweep you off your feet with romance. He's very practical, more serious, not hiding the, I mean, not expressing the feelings well, but that does not mean that he's not going to be committed to you or a family or the baby, because he definitely took that emperor role very seriously. So that's all he's thinking about. Is there another woman in the picture? Does he have another baby mom in the picture, or girlfriend or something? Because I kind of felt like there was something like that. It's the immaturity, and it's also that King of Swords, and it could even be a little bit of fear, and because I think it's his nature not to be very expressive with love, and I think that when he does make those big romantic gestures, I think it scares him and he pulls back. And I don't think it's anything to take personally. I think it's just he does not feel comfortable being that over. I think it makes him feel vulnerable and not in control, because like the emperor and that king of swords, I mean, that's like two sides of the same card. Really, like you could glue those cards side face back to back, and that's the same person. That king of swords and that emperor. Okay, yeah, no, I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, I don't think that there is like somebody else in the picture. I was just questioning, but I do think that the pulling back, it isn't from any other reason except that's his personality. I think it really does make him feel a bit uncomfortable to to be overly expressive with love. But again, that doesn't mean that this isn't somebody who can be loyal, because it looks to me like he's going to be loyal and devoted. And I think once that happens, you're not going to be questioning um, his devotion, his loyalty, because it seems like that death card comes and then it's like, I've got to make this choice. Am I in or am I out? And I think this is somebody that when they're like, okay, I'm in, I think they're in 100%. Again, I don't think you're ever going to really get like the rose petals on the bed, him serenading you with music and pink champagne or anything like that. But I think that fierce loyalty, devotion to you and the family would be there. So King of Sword and strict, you know, and no kid is going to grow up and walk all over this guy. But it looks like that would be done through love and care. But thank you, Ashley. Thank you for being here. It's not bad though. Not bad at all. That's awesome. But just be patient and just wait. Give him time. And I believe it's all going to work out. Okay, let me see. So, let me check. I know Brooklyn made a donation. And if anybody makes a donation, please let me know. And Brooklyn, I have not had time to catch up with you. What is going on? Okay. Okay, we'll do that. So Brooklyn, did things end with Mark? Lease was renewed. Mark is telling that he's in love with you. Daughter's starting to date. I'm like, now you're finally telling me everything. I was just getting ready to ask you all these questions. Um, Let me put this up. Everybody, I'm on a donation reading with Brooklyn. She is on YouTube. If you can't see her, I'm not talking to spirit people. I might be talking to spirit people, but Brooklyn isn't one of them. Okay. Lease was renewed. Now, how did that go? Are you glad that you went that way? Um, and Brooklyn, was your lease renewed at the same price, or did they raise the rent? Because I think when we did the reading, I saw that it was best for you to renew the lease. And my goodness, Brooklyn, here in Florida, it is horrible. People's leases are going up $1,000. Like I think we're turning into the new oh gosh, my mind just, what is it in California? The place where all the homeless Skid Row. I couldn't remember. I think Florida is going to be the new Skid Row. Crystal, good morning. How are you? So yeah, Mark is telling you that he's in love with you. Interesting. Hmm. How do you feel about that? You afraid you made the excuse me, the wrong decision about what? About daycare? Very good about work. It was raised. How much was it? Okay. Was it too much or just a little bit? Let me see what message spirit has for you. I'm wondering if I'm going to get that pink rose, that fort again. I know why. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Brooklyn today? What message do you have for Brooklyn? What do you want Brooklyn to know? I'm seeing that, Rose. So are you working on your art? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Brooklyn to know today? What do you want Brooklyn to know? Okay. Oh, Temperance, Major Arcana. And that Temperance is all about balance. And how are things going with her father in court? Are you still going through all of that? The Temperance card teaches us to cultivate balance, harmony, and peace in ourselves and environment. It urges us to seek moderation in all things and reminds us to find our calm center within. Yeah, that's still a lot, Brooklyn. I mean, it's not like the $1,000 increase is taking place all over Florida, but that's still a good chunk of change. Okay, so let's see what Spirit wants you to know. I'm going to clear and charge. Just had a jumper for you. Queen of Cups. That should cheer you up. Love it when the women come in as the Queen of Cups. Those queens are all about patience, learning patience. And it could be that you've got so much going on, you're juggling the children, legal stuff with Mark, work. And it could just be, be patient with yourself, be patient with others. And maybe you're being too hard on yourself about the daycare. If you see me always like drinking different things, it's because I'm like very much into herbs. So I drink like different things for different reasons. I have like really bad heart palpitations all the time, so I drink lemon balm. Wow. Really? Yeah, that's what I wanted to know. So, is that supervised or was it a visit where he was with him unsupervised? How did your son handle it? And hello, Holly. Welcome to the stream. Right now, I'm on a donation reading on YouTube. And all free readings stop when I'm on donation reading. And then when I'm done with the donation reading, they pick up again. According to the people who comment in the stream when I'm done. Like I don't make a list and then do a donation, then go back to the list. You're welcome. So Brooklyn, sum all of this up because now that I've kind of like checked in with you, it's way too many questions going on. Mark, work, daycare, your son's father, court. Um, kind of hone this into like one question, but it can't really be, like what do I need to know about work? What do I need to know about love? Because that's an awful lot of things. Do you want to specifically look at your daughter in daycare? Who would be taking care of her if she wasn't in daycare? Maybe, and that I would say, now there's a difference between um, intuition and mother's instinct. And this could be intuition as well, Brooklyn, but this could be your gut instinct that something is just not right with your baby in this daycare. I mean, she's only a couple months old, right? And you're sensing that she's not happy at daycare. This could be your maternal instinct telling you something is wrong. This isn't the right daycare. Maybe she's not getting the attention that she should be getting. There's really no reason that you should be picking up your baby from daycare and feeling like she's unhappy at that age. And some of that, again, Brooklyn, you can be very nervous, you can be very fearful about it, but then some of that stuff cannot be absolutely normal too. Especially with dad for the first time, maybe he doesn't know how to bring him to the bathroom. Whoa. That kind of sounds to me like the child, like your son may have had a temper tantrum or um, cried so much he could have vomited. But again, it could still just be, it's hard as moms in that situation, but it still could just be okay. It could still just be dad does not know how to really interact with his son. Son is like throwing a temper tantrum or crying because he can feel that dad doesn't know what's going on. And son's like, who the hell are you? And he's scared. And it could be that it's not quote unquote abusive. It could just be that these two have to work out some kinks to get comfortable with each other. Okay. Oh, no, no, I know. What I'm saying, Brooklyn, is it got me in a different headspace. So I just want to love home. Okay, let's go. Thank you, Spirit. What does Brooklyn need to know about her love life and her home life? Yeah, I'm gonna have to go into this a little bit more in depth. I'm sorry, Brooklyn. I've got so much. What about your mom? Brooklyn, what were you saying about your mom? I missed that. What were you saying about your mom? I missed that. Hmm. Oh, okay, Brooklyn. Let me see. Thank you. Thank you. What does Brooklyn need to know about love and work? What does Brooklyn need to know about love and work? Okay. Oh, Queen of Cups again. Um, the Spirit's big on you being the Queen of Cups today. Six of Swords. So you're definitely on this journey to healing. Things are moving in the right direction for you. Emperor. Um, Now that's daddy energy here. So the Spirit has something to say to you, and I would say one of your exes. Okay, we have Nine of Pentacles, so we're seeing you very, very prosperous, very strong, very self assured. I'm very surprised that Emperor is showing up in here. Wheel of Fortune. Okay, everything is going in the right direction for you, Brooklyn. Have you been questioning or if you're going in the right direction? Oh, okay. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. I'm like, I've stopped talking because I'm just kind of in awe. Oh, wow. Okay, so Brooklyn, I don't know if this is Mark. Um, so you have two exes that you have children with, right? I don't know their names. I don't know why one of these exes that you have a child with is in your reading, but he is. Um, I don't know if he is presenting the twin flame energy, but there is a man coming. It looks to me like, now you've never been married, right, Brooklyn? Because it does look to me like there's possible marriage in your future here. Your love reading is completely different now than it ever used to be. Okay, but you are the Queen of Cups. It jumped out of the card. It was the first, jumped out of the deck after I did my deep shuffle. It's the first card that comes out. Six of Swords, you persevere. You know how to get through any trial, any tribulation. Nothing comes your way that rocks your boat. They can literally stab your boat with swords, and you are still on your journey to healing. So just know this is all part of your journey. You are moving in the right direction. Um, be patient with yourself. Be kind, be patient, persevere, because you're making it through. There's even money coming, there's love coming, but this emperor, there is a baby daddy in this situation who is still present. I feel it's connected to your healing. Okay, the emperor can also show up like if you need to exhibit some more qualities of control, if you need to be more controlled in your life, make more rules, things like that. But I don't feel like that. I feel intuitively that this is baby daddy energy. I think it's showing up because I'm like very connected spiritually now and in tune to asking you these questions about baby daddy. You didn't I asked you to shrink down your question. You did. You didn't bring baby daddy in it. Um, I think I'm bringing baby daddy in it because I really wanted to know um, what's going on with baby daddy. Baby daddy is here. You're not getting back together with baby daddy. I believe you're moving and healing past baby daddy. If I saw something troubling, I would let you know and look into that, but I don't. Again, what's exactly happening with him watching your son? I know that's going to cause a lot of anxiety for you. At this point, just be alert, be cautious, follow your intuition with daycare, things of that nature. But you are here as a very strong, single, prosperous woman. Nine of Pentacles. Things are improving at work. They absolutely are. Um, I think I see more money coming your way. Wheel of Fortune just means that, I mean, to have Wheel of Fortune with Pentacles in that reading alone is very good because, the Wheel of Fortune, it means things are progressing, things are moving, but it's also fate, it's also destiny. So you have, like, you're coming into some very, very good energy. Whether we're looking at finances or love, both are very, very very positive and prosperous. Now you were started this off as Justin and Marcus. Okay, we started this off as Queen of Cups. Now we have Queen of Pentacles, and I wanted to show you, okay, that my Nine of Pentacles woman, right? She's this woman who's in her own yard, surrounded by all this money and wealth. She's at peace and harmony with everybody. She's powerful, she's strong. Look at this. She breeds on falcons, falconry. She's got this glove on. The Queen of Pentacles is very similar to me with the Nine of Pentacles card. What was the no? I don't remember what I asked. Um, so you're being represented in both of these cards as the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles. See, both women are holding these birds. Both women are single and in powerful positions. Oh, Mark has a son. Okay. And surrounded by the money that they are creating. So both very, very positive cards. And then, boom, all of a sudden, we have our Two of Cups. We have that beautiful love, that seeing eye to eye. So it does look as if, you're moving into this energy of being single. Oh, thank you, Dominique. So, Mark, I would have to do a specific reading on Mark. I don't feel the timing's right for Mark because it looks as if you're healing from the daddy energy, Justin or Marcus. You're on the right path. But then we have that Nine of Pentacles followed by the Queen of Pentacles. So it's very much single, very much strong, independent single. Then all of a sudden it shifts, and when it shifts, we have, it's almost like the meeting of the minds. Like, I see your eyes and I'm in love. And it's like, I see your eyes and I'm in love. And we're rainbows and we're swimming in the ocean of love. Well, that is followed by the 10 of Cups. So when we have that Two of Cups followed by the 10 of Cups, I'm like, this is twin flame. This is soulmate. This is we're getting married. This is happily ever after. And those cards are side by side, which says to me, it ain't now. I don't think it's anybody you know now, because we have these two single woman cards side by side, making money, prospering, getting these types of financial advancements. And then it's like two cards side by side. Oh, now I'm in love and now I'm getting married. So I think that's somebody new. And then our final card is the Knight of Pentacles. So there's something going on. Yeah. I don't think you're getting back together with either of them. And I don't think Mark is this twin flame energy. It could be still, he still could be in the picture, only because maybe you're saying right now I'm going to be single for a while, I'm going to work on myself, and then maybe boom, down the road he steps into that twin flame place with you. But I don't think so. I think it's somebody new. Okay, yeah, I don't think either of them are who we're looking at, because for you to be healing from the father energy, and maybe it's both of them, maybe you're healing from both fathers, because we had that Queen of Cups, Six of Swords, and then straight to the Emperor. And I know that I'm the one who who had to get that Emperor in there. Because I just wanted to know if there was something like immediate that you needed to be wary of. Again, I'm not really feeling that so much right now, but that would be a separate reading. And this is the beginning of your co-parenting visitations. Is that Marcus or is that Justin? Which one's your father's, your son's father? Is that Marcus? Dominique. And to everybody in the chat, welcome and thank you for being here. I am on donations. How is Bobby feeling towards you? Okay, awesome. So, Brooklyn, please let me know how that resonates with you. Um, and again, if further down the road you want to look into who is this man coming, I would like to look at that. Okay, Dominique, let me get you a message. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Dominique? What do you want Dominique to know today? What do you want Dominique to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Dominique to know? What message do you have for Dominique? Thank you. What message do you have for Dominique? Okay, awesome, Brooklyn. And Dominique, we have the King of Wands. And this message is for you from Spirit. Clearly does not have any connection to your question about Bobby. It's a message specifically for you. A true leader leads from the heart and inspires others to do more, dream bigger, and be better. So, is this a message for you? Are you in a position of leadership? Or is somebody being a leader in your life and you're questioning their integrity? I'll leave you to figure out how that message resonates with you. I'm going to clear and charge these cards. I don't know either. King of Wands, King of Wands. Is there a father in your life? Your father, I mean. Hmm. But it's a lot about leadership. Okay, Brooklyn. Is your father setting any new rules or anything? Or I don't know. Is he good? Is this like oh, we do have Father's Day coming up. Do you feel like your father has been a very good role model, a good influence? Maybe it's something like that. Could just be a shout out to your dad. Okay, Justin is your father's dad. Okay. You just applied for a job that said something about leadership. Oh, interesting. Oh, that's sweet. So it might just be most of that, but that could be Spirit's way of letting you know something about this job that you just applied for. And to really just really focus and meditate on those qualities of a leader, that a leader is somebody who inspires other people to work together, to bring harmony, that they lead from a place of goodwill and good nature, you know. And we can see that with some of our elected officials, what makes a good or a bad leader. So, okay, let's see. And it was, how is Bobby feeling towards you right now? Okay. Thank you, Spirit. How is Bobby feeling towards Dominique right now? How is Bobby feeling towards Dominique right now? How is Bobby feeling towards Dominique? Thank you, Spirit. Wow, that's wild. That is awesome, Dominique. I think I shuffled the cards. Otherwise, I would read it again. I think I did shuffle them again. Oh, the Hierophant. Okay, now that is in the past. Oh, is Bobby still being distant? Because these are all very positive cards. Oh, it does look to me as if he is distant because he's healing and resting. But these feelings towards you are still very, very positive. Hierophant and Ten of Pentacles are cards that really speak about attaining things, fulfillment. But our Four of Swords is like there's still this break in this rest. Hmm. King of Swords. Yeah, he is so in his head, isn't he? What is going on, Dominique, with you and Bobby? It looks like his feelings of really love for you are there, but at the same time, he's in his head. He's thinking, "I'm taking a break. I need to heal." Um, is this like he just became distant? It's interesting. So look, we have the Hierophant and the Ten of Coins, and like look at all that gold and light and happiness and prosperity. And then we have him like this blue, this cold, this I'm taking a break because these swords are going to start piercing me, so I'm healing. And then I'm sitting on my throne and I'm cold and I'm aloof and I'm just in my own head. And again, Six of Pentacles. It does seem with him, we have the Ten of Pentacles, the Six of Pentacles. Has he said like I'm being distant because I'm focused on work? I don't know. It always seems like it's money with him and he withdraws, and it just seems like he withdraws to focus on work and stuff. Next we have the King of Wands. So it also seems as if he gets in his head, gets distant, focuses on work, and then when he's just feeling kind of passionate, let me see what's going on here with the apartment bathrooms. Oh, I'm sorry, I have a spammer. Whoa, can't keep up with my spammer. Hello, Tracy, how are you? Okay, let me see that one. You're living together with the apartment bathroom soon. Yeah, he's been distant just from that. It's money. Oh my gosh, I cannot keep up with these. I have Facebook spammers that come. Oh my gosh, they're like typing so fast. Okay, sorry. Okay, so yeah, that's it. That's what it is. That's what it is. He's taking that break. He's distant to you because he is dealing with this. And again, it has a lot to do with money, feeling like I'm in this bad position, I need help. But the fiery passion of the king is still there. He comes in as two kings for you, King of Swords and King of Wands. That King of Swords is all in his head. That King of Wands is more about sexual passion. What we're not getting here is the King of Cups, which is, I think, what you want. Like, you want that romance, that lovey doveyness, the text me every 5 minutes. He's not coming in as that king. He's coming in as that King of Swords where he thinks with his head, not with his heart. And the King of Wands is like, okay, but then when he's ready for some love making, he'll bring it on. He'll he's there for that, but not for that romantic lovey dovey stuff, you know, in between. But his feelings for you are still very, very positive. He hasn't. He's just distant. It's not like he doesn't love you. That's all still there. But yeah, he's in a very tight spot here with this apartment. That's funny. Well, see, and that's because the passion is coming. It's and that's what it is because he's in that Four of Swords right now with the King of Swords. Then boom, here I am with all this passion after that Six of Pentacles. It is. He's stressed. He is. And I mean, thinking like you have nowhere to live, that's a lot, you know. So, but it's coming, don't worry. Yeah, he's going through a lot. And a lot of people are too. It's like I think a lot of people are also just having a hard time with all these horrible things happening in the world. People are kind of like losing their minds, and the people who are keeping their minds are having a hard time when we face like some sort of crisis now. It's becoming very triggering for a lot of people, and a lot of people are closing off and withdrawing and just trying to figure out how do we navigate this new normal in this country, in this world, which is like deadly disease and plagues and sickness. And everything is like a reminder that things are not the way they used to be, and it's hard. you know you talked about that world stuff yesterday, yeah, and it takes a toll. It is taking a toll on people, and some people are just losing their minds and snapping and doing horrific things because they don't know how to process any of this. And the people who are strong, because I mean, let's face it, that when if you're strong, you will persevere and get through this. And the people who aren't strong are the people who don't. The people who snap and go crazy and do these evil things are weak. They're not capable of being strong and good because it's hard to be strong and good. So but even the best of us have to learn how to process and navigate these horrific situations. You know what I mean? Yeah, that's very good, Dominique. And that's all we can do, but it's hard. I mean, especially when you're dealing with people who like, especially in this newer generation, what do we call it? The millennials, the millennial generation, who was like raised to think like, either you go to work, go to school, go to work, get a good job, and this is how your life is. And this generation kind of like questioned and challenged authority from the get-go. And then like to see this horrific shambles of a country that they've been presented with. People, they have a lot of extreme feelings about it, of betrayal from the country, betrayal from the world, devastation, poverty. How do I navigate this? All of that stuff. Exactly. I feel the same way too, Dominique, and that's what I'm talking about. Like the strong people are never really truly just strong in their self and their own power. They're usually strong in a higher power as well. So yeah, faith is what is going to carry you through. And no tarot reading is ever going to come out and say, oh yeah, this is the end of the road, give up, go commit a mass murder, or take your life. The spirit does not have that plan for anybody. So when these types of situations occur, you have to look to spirit for guidance, because spirit is who will guide you through these dark times. And we are in dark times. And exactly, Dominique. And he's healing. Maybe I don't know why he distances himself when he's healing like this, but he has a lot of stuff going on, and he's just processing it. But his feelings for you are definitely on point, still the same. And just be patient, because that passionate king is coming back. Exactly, Tracy. And that's what I'm saying. It's like only the strong will make it. And you have to be strong. And the strongest people are the ones who are in tune to spirit, in tune with their higher power. Don't just lean on themselves for strength. You have to lean on the God of your understanding. And that's where your strength comes from. you know our trust is in God, our strength is in God, our trust is in spirit. That's where our help comes from. And we need a lot of help in this country. But a lot of people are just, they're kind of pulling away. And the COVID thing, it's just been a nightmare, you know? And it's like, it's kind of, in my opinion, I think it's wrong to take freedoms away. Like it's really hard to take freedoms away, but then to give them back and then try and take them away again. Like that's not the way to handle this, you know? So I mean, it's everything. It's like as soon as people feel like, oh my gosh, we're back to normal, we're having spring break, we're going to the movies, and we don't have to wear these masks. And then it's like, oh, boom, now you got to put them back on. Oh, wait, the science says now you can take them off. You know, it's a lot. It is a lot, and it's like, you know, people are like, we can't have our graduations because of COVID. And then as soon as you feel like, oh, we can have our graduations now because COVID's under control, then it's like, oh my God, there's mass shootings now with like the graduations. Am I safe to grad? It's just, it is a lot. Exactly. It is a lot for people to deal with. And not everybody can deal with it the same way. Some people just need to withdraw and find their source of strength to come back stronger and deal with this. So at this point in life, in general, worldwide, um, it doesn't take a lot to trigger somebody. It doesn't take a lot to trigger depression. It doesn't take a lot to trigger PTSD in somebody. You know what I'm saying? It doesn't take a lot to make somebody feel hopeless these days. What it takes a lot of is encouragement to stay strong. I didn't see that on Facebook. What was that? But yeah, so some people just they need some space. But see what you did, Dominique, is the right thing because it's like sometimes people need space just so they can go within and regroup. I didn't see that, Dominique. And then some people, you know, they need space. Well, they're taking space, but they're actually are going into depression. So it's like we need to know like when do we let people have their space, but when do we reach in and step in and be like, oh my gosh, you know, you're not in a good space. So it's hard, you know, nowadays. It's very hard. But the strong will survive, the strong will make it. And of course, you know, love is the answer and the key to navigating all of this. But it is a different world. But the one thing to keep in mind is especially if you've ever like had real communications with like our seniors, right? Whenever you were born, you know, your grandparents, or if you were blessed to know your great grandparents, one thing is that grandparent generation will always say, this is the worst the world has ever been. It wasn't like this in my day. You should have seen it in my day. So that's kind of like a prevailing theme in humanity that things just keep getting worse. And there's always this element that's like, oh, if we could just go back to the way it was in my day. But when you really look at it, it's like every generation has like horrific challenges and horrific things to deal with. And it's never like, oh, okay, so we should go back to the 40s when Hitler was exterminating people because those were the good old days, you know? Um, or we should go back to the 60s when lynchings were still going on and we had Jim Crow. You know, it's like no matter what your generation is facing, it's never, I think, the past was never as good as that elder generation believes it was. And I just think that we all have to be present. We all have to know what's right. Yeah, exactly. Let's go back to the days of slavery. You know, and I mean, you think about, I was just thinking of this the other day. It's like if you ever watch like some of course we watch serial killers, right? Documentaries of like the evil things, right? But what about like some of the evil, horrific things? Like people are adopting children, bring them in their home, and then literally like torture these kids, right? Like you don't think like some of these plantation owners were doing some of the most horrific things to slaves that they didn't even consider human? And I mean, like, I'm sure that there's like horrific stories that like we've never ever heard. You know what I mean? And it's like man's heart is always evil. It always has been. Man always has the choice to go into the depth and despair of evil and let that be the language that they speak, or to strive and connect with spirit, connect with God, fill your heart with love and go that way. You know, but the challenge is to be present. The challenge is exactly the challenge is how do I navigate my life now in this world of suffering and be present still and still keep that flame of love in my heart that I can extend love to others and be a conduit of Jesus, of God, of love, or the God of your own understanding. And that's how I like to put it. The God of your own understanding. You know, and it's hard. It's easy not to do the right thing, not to be good, but it is taking a toll on a lot of people. It absolutely is. And even like with the shooting in Uvalde, Texas, it's just like and even like that Johnny Depp Amber Heard trial, it's like that's like a symptom. Like people have put all this hatred on Amber Heard, right? And I'm not saying that Amber Heard, what she did was right in any way, shape, or form. But what I'm saying is people need an escape. And people they're venting this anger and frustration they have with everything, like on Amber Heard during that trial. You know what I mean? Because they don't know how to get rid of it. They don't know how to transmute all this frustration. Amber Heard is not the sum of all evil. You know what I mean? um, there are definitely other people on the planet committing crimes at this very moment who deserve more hatred than the collective group of society around the world was hurling at one woman. Do you know what I'm saying? It Things like this happen because everybody's so frustrated and they really kind of need a scapegoat, and now it's this one woman. But the point is that people are so frustrated and fed up with all this stuff in the world, and they don't know where to express this, to commute it, to transmute it, because you in life you've got to learn how to get this negative energy that we're all taking in and give it over to God so that negativity can become positive. So you can get rid of that negativity and transmute it. Right. Because if you just keep feeding it, it's just going to keep growing. Yeah, I am too, Dominique. And this all came from Bobby. Because that's the distance, and a lot of people are going through this. But it doesn't mean that this is the way the world is going to be. It just means that we all have to step up to the plate and extend that love, because sometimes just sometimes I think of the way we treat each other. You know what I mean? It's like if you ever watch the news, right? And you hear like all these horrific stories of things that are happening, and you think of like these children. Okay, like children being starved to death in their homes, children being chained to their beds, children being like hung up from rafters and being left in these locked rooms, right? And then these children get rescued. And then what happens to them, right? So, what my point is, so you're driving in a car, and you're pissed off that like somebody ahead of you isn't driving fast enough, and you're in your car, right? And you're cursing this person out, just spewing this hatred on them. and you're giving him the finger and flipping him off and calling him all these names. And for all you know, that's the kid that was hung up. I'm getting upset. That's the kid who was hung up in the ceiling, totally beaten and totally tortured. And you have no idea that maybe the things that you just hurled at this person in your anger is the thing that triggers them to go commit suicide. And it's like, we don't think. We don't think about each other. We don't think about what could this other person have been through in their life. And do I really want to be the catalyst that takes this person over the edge? And it's so easy. It's so easy to just not be in control of our own emotions and just hurl that on other people, innocent people that we don't know, that we don't have a history with. And it's so hard to just control our own emotions and just stop and breathe. And it's like the big secret to life, the big secret is to stop and breathe and just, I'm going to take my own energy, my own stress, my own anger. I'm not going to put it on other people. I'm just going to let it go. And it's like so easy, but so hard. And if people were actually held accountable for all those little things that we've done to other people that we never even thought twice about, like we don't know the impact that we actually have in this world to cause harm. And at the same time, if we just shift our perspective and say, let me just focus my energy to do good, exactly, it makes such a huge difference. But so many times, and then at the same time, we still have to be these people that aren't walking around this life as wolves. I mean, as sheep led to the slaughter. um, it is a dangerous world. So at the same time, it's like you want to be this vessel of love. You want to be all compassionate, but at the same time, you have to be guarded. You have to be strong. You have to protect yourself because this isn't a safe world, and there are people who are going to come and get you, you know. So it's very hard navigating this life, and only the strong make it. But you were asking me, do I believe this is the end? What is it? Well, people have been saying this is the end of the world, I think, since the world began. Yeah, that's true, Tracy. Absolutely. Well, let me take a quick break and then I'll come back and give some messages. Did anybody make a donation while I've been rambling? Let me double check. And if somebody sends me stars, let me know. Because stars are a donation, but I'm on StreamYard, so I don't get like an instant notification of stars. So if you send stars, please let me know. I just don't want to take my break if somebody made a donation that I don't know about. Okay, I'm good. So I'm going to just take a 2-minute break and I will be right back. Okay, let me see. And hello, Ciara, and welcome to everybody here. I will be right back. Hey, I'm back. All right, not sure who's here. So if you are here and you want a message from Spirit, please let me know. Hello, Nat Garcia. Oh, Nat Garcia. I thought I said, no, I am like blind as a bat. I went for my physical the other day. I didn't have my glasses. And they're like, okay, that eye is 20 over 700. I'm like, I don't even think that's a thing. I think you're making that up. I literally couldn't see anything on that chart. And they told me that was 20 over 700. So I don't know about that. But I'm this close to the computer screen and I can barely see it. So I don't put the glasses on when I'm live because there's a big glare, from the lights. Okay, so Nat, let's see. And where are you watching from, Nat? I love to know where people are watching from. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Nat? What do you want Nat to know today? What do you want Nat to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Nat to know today? Oh, British, but living in China. Oh, exciting. Put that up. And Nat, we have the 10 of Wands. And this can show up if you're really stressed out, overburdened, if you have too much, you multitask all the time, you've got too much on your plate, you're trying to balance everything, and you're really having a hard time doing it. Share the burden, lighten your load, and learn to delegate. You don't need to do it all alone. And just if you feel completely wiped out, burnt out, overburdened, stressed, anxious all the time, um, that card can come in and really be a warning, like it's time to lighten this burden off your life before you start really feeling the stress and the effects of it. So please let me know if that resonates with you. Hello, Alejandra. And I'll give you a message from Spirit. And here's some amethyst. And Alejandra, where are you watching from? Hi, Tracy. And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Alejandra? What message do you have for Alejandra? What message do you have for Alejandra? In Alejandra, we have the Eight of Cups. Eight of Cups. And this card will show up if there's something in your life that you need to let go of and move on from. It can show up if there's a relationship that's ending and you haven't let go. Um, any situation, that the thing that no longer serves you, it's time to release it and move on. That's the key word, moving on. And I would say for you, Nat, the key word there is relaxation. So even though your work life is relaxed, it has to do with like juggling things and removing things that are causing stress and conflict. So if it's not work and there's something in your personal life that's confusing you, then there is something there that you do need to address. And Alejandro, let go of what does not serve you and move forward to the next chapter of your story. And please let me know if that resonates with you. And I do want to look, Nat, a little bit more into this. That card can also show up if you're the type of person who never says no to people. Are you the type of person? Are you a people pleaser, Nat? Are you the type of person that if anybody asks you to do something, you're like, yes, yes, I will do it. I will help. Yes, I'm there. Oh, you need that somebody to help with the baby shower. Yes, I will help. That can come up too if you're the type like a people pleaser. If you are very much like that, yeah. So let me just put that up. It can show up for that as well. So even though you may feel that you have things in balance, if you are a person who's always saying yes, 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 you may feel that things are in balance, but spirit may be saying that you're actually doing a little bit too much. um, and kind of get a handle on that before it can catch up on you and creep up on you, because sometimes when we're like go 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 go, do that type of thing, you don't actually realize that you're overextended until it's too late. See what I mean? And if you are constantly doing that, then the day's going to come when it's like, oh, I don't have time to do this for myself because I've already extended myself to all these other people. So it because I didn't want to leave you with that feeling that you didn't really understand it. So I do feel that that's what spirit is saying here. um, so just kind of, it's okay to say no. It's okay to tell people no, because you don't want to be taken advantage of in life, and you don't want to, okay, you don't want to overextend yourself so much that there's no time for you, because that's not, you have to have time for yourself. And sometimes, we can do so much because of a place of fear or insecurity, or just a general, I really care, I really love you, and this is how I show my love. And that can be hard to say no to when you really love somebody, you really care. So just try and bring some balance into what you're doing, and don't don't beat yourself up if you say no. And don't beat yourself up for putting yourself first once in a while. Okay. So I hope that did resonate with you. And let me see. Alejandra, I didn't hear your response, Alejandra. But Tracy's here. Tracy, let me get you your message. And then Spirit. Spirit, I'm on Facebook and YouTube, Spirit. So if you see me talking and you don't know who I'm talking to, that's why. Okay, awesome, Nat. Yeah, because and that does come with a warning, because if you do keep that type of character or spirit about you, it will come and take a toll on you. And spirit just wants you to realize. And I like that too, that even if you are the type that's trying to help in so many different areas, learn to delegate. Like you can volunteer and then ask some other people to help you to do the volunteering or things of that nature, you know. But again, just it's okay to say no. So God bless you. And Tracy, let's see what Spirit wants you to know. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Tracy? What do you want Tracy to know? What do you want Tracy to know? Tracy, right here. Oh, Tracy, you get the Kingdom of Heaven card. I'm going to pull you a second card as well. The Kingdom of Heaven card is a card that shows up when it's all about time to just connect with Spirit. Get in your sacred space, meditate, pray, do whatever it is that you do to connect with the God of your understanding. It's all about connecting to your spiritual higher power, gods, angels, spirits, saints, religious, cosmological place where heaven rules, you know. So when that card shows up, it's all about just tuning in and connecting with spirit. Um, Again, I'm going to give you a second card. Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Tracy to know? What do you want Tracy to know? And Tracy, you had actually posted something that I missed earlier. I think it was about your home. What was it you were writing? If you want to type that in again, something about, was it a mortgage? And how? What's going on with your sons? Or was it one son? Is it one son who's staying with you? How is, yeah, one son. How is that going? Okay, we have Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords. Okay, so this actually speaks a little bit about what's going on in your mind. You may be engaging in some negative self talk that's kind of limiting you, um, making you feel like you can't achieve things that you really can't achieve. And the obstacle that you think is present really isn't present, it's just a trick in your mind. So, Spirit wants you to connect with God, walk in faith, really believe that you can achieve these things, that you can have these things, the things that you want, that you're trying to get, you really can get them. Um, the only limits to self empowerment are those that you place upon yourself. And my other deck, the Eight of Swords, is represented by this woman who's blindfolded. Her hands are chained. She's on her knees. Her feet are chained. And there's swords all around her. And it's like she feels imprisoned in a making of her mind. So, Tracy, since it does seem as though the things are moving in the right direction in the natural, then I would say spirit is speaking to you about something in your mind. Again, I feel this is verbal. I think it's self-talk, negative self-talk. So if you're finding yourself with this inner dialogue that's could often just be a replay of things that other people have spoken over us. Um, it can go all the way back to childhood. It can go back to false impressions and false beliefs that we have about ourselves that came from parents, from a teacher, from a friend, from anything. That spirit just really is saying to trust in spirit first and believe what spirit says about you above all else. And if you are saying anything about yourself that is not coming from a place of love and light and harmony and peace, of course, we can use negative self talk to criticize ourselves, to bring awareness to something that we're at fault in, that we're going to correct. But we can't stay in a place of shame or guilt or negativity or self doubt, because that's not going to produce anything positive in the long run. So let me know if that resonates with you. And just know that all things are possible, all good things are coming, and it looks like good things are already here for you, Tracy. I'm very happy. It's like I've seen a lot of good things. Okay, awesome. I feel like I've seen a lot of good things come to you since I first met you in these streams. It seems like things have been moving along quite well for you. And I'm very happy about that. Yeah, and the way to do that is just release it. And that's the hard part, right? It's like how do we release the things that and sometimes that stuff can be painful to deal with. Like there are many, even like psychological methods of dealing with that. Um Sometimes like writing a letter to the person, you don't have to mail it, but writing a letter to the person who has said things to you that shape this negative viewpoint can be helpful. And then like writing a letter of forgiveness and saying, yeah, and I like what you're just saying right now, right? You'll have to try harder with yourself. But when I read that, you know what I heard Spirit say? I heard Spirit say you don't have to try harder, you have to honor yourself. That's what I heard Spirit say. It's not about trying harder, it's about honoring yourself. And many times that when we're young, we're taught to obey and submit to authority. But authority is not always right. And sometimes authority dumps things on us that we carry around for a very long time. And there's nothing wrong with saying, you know what? You said this about me, but you were wrong. You were wrong. And I no longer accept that. That is not my belief about myself and I don't accept it. And I'm not going to hate you for saying that about me and causing this problem because you were misguided. But I am an adult and I know the truth, and this was false, and I no longer accept it. And I love myself and I honor myself, and I'm not going to repeat the things that you have said over me as my character anymore. Yeah, it's intense, and and it happens, and the most loving, gentlest parent or authority figure will inadvertently can do this to a child and never mean it to be a harsh criticism or thing that gets internalized in a child. But we're all susceptible to that, and especially when you have an authority figure that you love, if they keep saying something over and over and over again, it can really get into the psyche and cause problems. And it's like, as adults, with Spirit, we really have the ability to tap in, look within, and look within our own minds and see what is in here, that what is this belief that I have over myself that God did not speak over me. I know myself and I know it's not true, yet I have made this a part of my character, part of my self-limiting belief system that never really came. It's not based in reality. It's not who I am. Where did it come from? Oh, it came from that person who kept saying that about me. And there's nothing wrong with finding out those areas and addressing them and getting rid of them and replacing them. And whenever that type of negative self-talk comes up, you can verbally address it and you can speak the opposite. And that, because our subconscious is a very, very powerful. Exactly, Tracy. Our subconscious is extremely powerful. Think about it. Um, have you ever driven somewhere for the first time, right? The first time you're going somewhere, it's unknown. And it might seem like it took you a very, very long time to get there, right? The second time you go, oh, it was so quick. I knew which way to go. The third time you go, you can kind of navigate it on autopilot. you don't have to be focused on the road, right? You can play a radio, you can look out the window, you can sing a song, and your mind is on autopilot now, knowing which way to go. Drive the same route every day for a year. You can probably drive that route with your eyes closed, because that information, the destination, the roadmaps, the signs, the whole 9 yards are in your subconscious. And you can literally dissociate yourself almost by focusing on other things, daydreaming, but that part of your mind is still going the route that it learned. And that's how our minds work. So when there's like a negative type of, I would say, programming, that can come, again, people don't need to do this, but it happens. When that type of negative programming can come into our lives, our subconscious will take it. This is the way I go. This is the way I go. This is the way I go. And it could be, I marry the wrong person. This is the way I go. I am in this abusive relationship. This is the way I go. Because your subconscious is programmed to do that. And it could just be, oh, I messed up again. I messed up again. I will never amount to anything. I'll never amount to anything, because this is what was programmed. Um, and just like learning a new path, learning a new shortcut to that same destination, right? It's the same thing. Now I found a different way to get to the same place, or I found a new path. You just reprogram that part in your mind. And when that old programming comes up, you address it. Verbally speaking the opposite is a very, very powerful thing. Oh, I didn't mess up again. All things work together for those who love God. No, I'm on the right path. And you just start getting this positive stuff to replace this negative soundtrack, and your subconscious will go with it. Your subconscious will take over. And that's like the beautiful power of affirmations. Anything that people spoke over you that could be in there in your subconscious, taking you away from your goals. Just those affirmations, headphones and affirmations, 15 minutes a day is all it really takes, but you can do it yourself. Just identify it first. And your message was, the only limits to your self empowerment, I think that's what it was, are those that you place on yourself. And you don't have to place them on yourself. So you can break free of all of that. Absolutely. Absolutely. And that's what Spirit wants you to know, Tracy, that there are no limits. And no, you don't keep screwing up at all. You make the right choices. You're on the right path. You're taking the steps that you need to take to get to where you want to go. And you decide where you want to go. You have a vision, you have a goal, and you work hard for that goal, and you will get there. You know why? Because you hear Spirit, you pray, you meditate, you make the right choices. You decide in life, and you're not limited to any programming that somebody put over you, that got into your subconscious. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're connected to Spirit, and you know which way to go. You learn from your mistakes. We all make mistakes, right? We've all messed up. The key is learning, and you have that awareness. Your third eye is open. Not only have you learned from your mistakes, but now you have the wisdom to show other people if they're making those mistakes. And when people make the same mistakes over and over again, it's a habit, it's a pattern. But that doesn't mean people can't break bad habits. They can't break bad patterns. Of course they can. We have the power to change our lives and make our lives where we want them to be. And it's much better when we know that Spirit has a goal and intention for our lives, and we line up our lives with Spirit. That's the best plan, because then you're not doing it alone. And don't forget, you have a big Spirit team. You have guardian angels, you have spirit guides, and you have loved ones who are helping you, encouraging you on your journey. So Oh, awesome. Let me put that up here. But God bless you, Tracy, and everything. It's all good. And I've just seen so many good things, happen for you. And it makes me happy. And thank you. You will always be my number one star. And if anybody doesn't know, I have these Facebook stars. I'm in the Facebook stars program. And I didn't really understand it, but Tracy was the first person who gave me stars. And I was like overcome with emotion. I have stars. So it looks like I'm out of sync. I'm not ending this stream. I'm just going to close this down and bring it back up because I'm out of sync. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. Yes, I'm in sync. Good. Could you see that I was out of sync? Okay, so if anybody wants a reading specifically, that is on a donation basis. If you want a message from Spirit that is free, please let me know in the chat. And I do like to know where you're from. And let me double check because sometimes people make donations and I don't get the notification and I don't see because I'm like speaking or rambling or something. Oh, and please don't repeat your in the chat because that makes it hard for me to see. So, Anjali, I will get you a message from Spirit. And a love reading, that would be on a donation basis. Yes, you may, Jamila. I have a few people before you. But again, remember when donations occur, the free readings stop. Then they pick up after the donation reading. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Anjali? What do you want Anjali to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Anjali to know? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Anjali to know? And Anjali, we have the Page of Wands. The Page of Wands. And this card is all about living in the present moment, Anjali. So you may be somebody who would benefit from focusing on some mindfulness meditations, learning how to really be present. And Anjali, I'm not sure if you're here right now. Yesterday is a history, tomorrow is a mystery. The only thing that's real is the present moment, so enjoy it. And again, the Page of Wands pages are all about new beginnings, new opportunities. Um, so, in addition to really being present, there could be a focus on changing your present circumstances. There might be some escapism going on in certain areas, but Spirit is saying to really be present. Don't check out, check in. Be mindful of what's going on, that you do have the creative power to see, not only see things from a new point of view, but to shape your life the way that you envision it. But it's all going to begin with some meditation, some focus, some mindfulness. Maybe some grounding meditations would be beneficial. And please let me know if that resonates with you. And Devanand, Devanand, Anand, Devanand, Devanand. I'm like pronouncing your name every which way I could. Maybe I'll just call you Dev. And yes, Spirit, I will be giving you a message soon. And thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Dev? What do you want Dev to know today? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Dev to know? What do you want Dev to know today? Thank you, Spirit. What do you want Dev to know? And Dev, we have the Four of Pentacles. The Four of Pentacles can show up. It can be practical, like this message right here: grow your wealth, but don't lose sight of what's truly important along the way. But it can also have more of a spiritual or literal meaning. It can represent block change. There could be an area in your life where spirit is saying that you're holding on too tightly and it's time to let go. Maybe you're not having enough fun, or you're not being enough carefree. Maybe you're being too strict in some area, and it's just time to kind of loosen up a bit. It's really just time to loosen up. So let me know if that resonates with you. And if you know what this area is in your life where maybe you're just having too many restrictions, too many boundaries, not enough fun, no freedom, things in that nature. It can also represent being stuck. Like maybe you feel stuck, a little stagnant, things aren't moving, they're not flowing the way you would like them to. And Spirit, where are you watching from, Spirit? And Deb, you wanted Ashwini's feelings for puja. Yeah, that would be on a donation basis. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Spirit? Message from Angel for you, Spirit. That would be an angel reading. I also do channeled messages from your angels, your spirit guides. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have from Spirit for Spirit? What message do you have for Spirit? Hello, Shivani. How are you? And Spirit, we have the Death card. So there's some transformation and some change underway. The Death card teaches us to embrace change and let go of what no longer serves us. Death is not the end, it is simply a transformation that brings about a new beginning. So, Spirit, there's a situation in your life that's coming to an end. Are you aware of this situation? Jamila, You are aware of it? Okay, good, Spirit. When change can be hard, but just let go. I'm going to do your reading, Jamila, and then I'm going to end this stream and start a new one just because I keep going out of sync. Well, now I'm in sync. That's weird. Maybe I won't. Okay, I'm in sync now. That was weird. You're welcome. You're welcome, Spirit. Thank you, Spirit. What message do you have for Jamila? What message do you have for Jamila? And Jamila, we have the Three of Pentacles. And this card can show up if you need to work with others. If you have some situation, some project where you are working with other people. Align your skills with that of others to create magic through the power of creative collaboration. Okay, I'm going to take a quick break. Actually, I am going to end this stream and then I will bring up a new one. I'll be right back.